Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Dylan here. We have a major update today with Nick Shirley that you do not want to miss. This is a new bombshell video that was just released. Nick Shirley allegedly chased, threatened with knife, and people are now going after Nick Shirley. So we have a lot to dive into today, and it really does remind me of Charlie Kirk. You know, this new young guy, Nick Shirley, people are really mad at him. You know, I still watch Charlie Kirk clips, videos of him almost every day, to be honest. You know, I really was really sad about the passing of Charlie Kirk, mostly because I thought he was just a really intelligent, really smart guy, and he was very based. And I don't just throw around the term based very lightly. This man, he was convicted in what he believed in. He stood up for what he believed in to the point of death, and you have to respect that. And with now, we're seeing this, you know, just the other day, there was somebody who was arrested who showed up to Trump's golf course where he was scheduled to speak because he had guns with him, you know. This stuff is becoming more and more common, and we're seeing this with Nick Shirley. Now, before we dive in, we're going to read scripture and pray because God comes first. Amen? Comment the word amen in the comment section down below if you believe that God comes first in your life. But the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. Amen. So leave the word amen in the comment section down below. And congratulations to everyone who has begun investing in the stock market. The stock market has been soaring under the leadership of Donald John Trump. If you still want to get in, we now have the lowest price ever. You can take out your phone and scan this QR code or go to thefinanzone.org. Type that in and get signed up in a couple of minutes. You don't need a lot of money to get started, and you don't need any experience at all. And you can still get bonus stocks inside the program. Okay, so here we go. Bombshell video. Nick Shirley allegedly chased and threatened with knife in Spain. Let's tune in.
Well, just like Team Biden lied to us about the border being secure for years, Spain is lying to the world about its own massive migrant crisis. Over the weekend, they claimed that the situation was under control. No problema. The Moroccan invaders were home. Really. Thousands are reportedly setting up camp on the beaches there and in the streets, refusing to leave. Some really gross video coming out of there. Independent journalist Nick Shirley is on the ground in Ceuta and is finding that they also aren't very friendly.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Now we got people throwing stuff at us. Look, he's got the rocks now. He's throwing rocks. Oh. They're throwing rocks. Look, now we're getting chased. He has a knife. He has a knife.
They just wanted a better life. Here with us to discuss is independent journalist Nick Shirley. Nick, what did I tell you the last time I saw you last week? I said you got to be careful out there. I know it's late for you. I'm glad you were able to outrun them. What happened after you were chased? Where exactly were you? Were there police or anyone there to help you?
Yeah, we ran down to the bottom of the hill because we were kind of on the top of the hill at that point when we were getting chased. And then we saw the guy reach for his knife, and he said he was going to stab both of us. So we obviously ran as far as we could. And then we got to a spot, and it was funny. Our car was parked like right next to where the guy was, where he threatened to stab us. So we had to get in a police car and then have them drop us off so we didn't get stabbed or the guy didn't come after us again.
Well, there goes your camera. That's okay. Were you, was that a Moroccan? I mean, who was that guy? Were these migrants that were still hanging around, or who were these people?
Yeah, it was a group of people that were still hanging around. Some of the Moroccans that haven't gone back yet. There's still thousands of people on this. It's basically like a little island because it's just this part of Spain that's just all by itself on the African continent. So,
they think it's theirs.
That's what happened.
Yeah, they think it's theirs.
Yeah,
right?
but it's
there's a lot. Look at how close.
But it's never been theirs.
Yeah, well, we go back hundreds and hundreds of years. We can do the entire Islamic march through Europe too. But Nick, you notice something peculiar about this group? Watch.
Once again, not a single woman in sight. This is all just a group of men right here, all being escorted down the mountain from the Spanish military.
Wow.
How old are you guys? 28. He's 28. 21.
Notice all of these guys, they're not families or kids, or I don't even see any woman. These are able-bodied men. We've seen this before. It raises questions because who are these people? Who's sending them? What are their prerogatives, you know? It's not like, you know, because I do feel for when you have a mother coming in with a child. She wants to provide a better life for him. Look, it's like they're clearly in a sad situation. They're going to a new country for a better life. It's not like I don't feel for these guys, but it's just like it's a different story when you only see men, only like 28, 30, 40-year-old men. They look like they're in shape. They look like they're, I'm not trying to, you know, throw anything out there, but they look like pretty muscular, you know.
Explain that. The point about Islam, women stay at home like Islam says. This is conquest. This is not just looking for a better life. This is clear they got a goal.
Yeah, and it's like if you had no job, no money inside of your country, why would you leave your wife there? And it's very interesting to think that all these men, they're all 21 to 28 years old, and they're all coming here, like literally in the truckloads. Like truckloads of men just got dropped off at the border. The Moroccan government let them through, and then the Spain government literally opened up the gate for them.
So when they say that that overwhelmingly, like they led us to believe that 50,000 people were returned to Morocco. That is not what you're seeing.
No, I mean, there were thousands of people up in the mountains. Like everywhere you look when you're driving around the town, you look up in the hill and there'd be somebody crawling out of the mountain. Like who knows how many people are still there? I mean, there's not a real number you could give.
What do they expect to? What do they expect to just stay there and get taken care of? Or there's obviously a lot of break-ins that we've seen, a lot of people bashing in people's windows. So what do they expect to get?
The goal is to make it over the mainland. And then from there, I heard people say they're going to want to go to Romania. They want to go to Paris. They want to go to London, Germany, you name it. They want to go anywhere inside of Europe.
Nick, all I can say is be careful on the streets. I'm glad you held on to your camera. I love that. You jogged pretty fast with that camera, but that was close.
Crazy.
Nick, be careful, please. Oh, my goodness. You're crazy.
You know, there was another time where Nick Shirley was... They called him like Kirk Jr. or something. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was literally a gunman holding up. Look at this. Crazy. This is another one. I mean, this guy needs to be very careful, right? Take a look.
All right, let's get another perspective from on the ground. Let's bring in independent journalist Nick Shirley, who's been out there in front of that ICE facility many, many nights. Nick, thank you for being with us. And I wanted to start off this segment with something that I think is going to shock a lot of our viewers. I watched this on social media the other day. This is you being confronted by an agitator out in front of that ICE building who threatens you with violence. Listen here.
What are you doing? Why are you so mad? I didn't do anything.
You did.
What did I do?
Look.
I haven't done anything.
Look. Do not come back.
Watch out.
You come back, I'm going to smoke you, dude.
Really?
Yes, really. I'm going to smash that camera.
You have DHS watching you right there, lasered on you. You have a sniper lasered on you right now.
I don't give a So he said that he is going to smoke you if you don't get out of there, and then it looked like DHS snipers came to your rescue. They zeroed in on him and lit him up with one of their lasers. That's what eventually got him to back down. But for people...
The fact that, by the way, DHS has Nick Shirley's back like that, like the fact that they could understand the situation, maybe they knew that Nick Shirley was there. But look at that. I mean, the fact that DHS up there is, you know, has the laser on his body, that is impressive.
So he said that he is going to smoke you if you don't get out of there, and then it looked like DHS snipers came to your rescue. They zeroed in on him and lit him up with one of their lasers. That's what eventually got him to back down. But for people who say that there's not violence going on in front of these facilities, what do you say?
It's a complete lie. There's lots of violence going on. That's just one of the many threats I got that night. And when I was walking back to my car, another person pulled out their gun and threatened me, saying, "You want to be Kurt Jr.?" I mean, these people are very dangerous, and they're unhinged. Just the other night, a woman got beat up. She got punched in the face out there, and you're seeing it. These people they think they can get away with anything. They've been out there for over 100 days, yelling, screaming, terrorizing, and the police are nowhere to be seen. And the ICE and the ICE are all on their own out there.
All right, now here's President Trump giving us all an update. Let's tune in.
Actually, officially 12 months as of today. 52 all-time record highs. That means 401ks did great. I have people see me all the time, policemen that guard us really well, and got to know them a little bit. They said, "Sir, you're making me look so good. My 401k is through the roof. My wife thinks I'm the greatest genius, that I'm a financial genius, like Warren Buffett."
Yeah, so everyone who's been investing in the stock market has been seeing their investments rise under President Donald J. Trump. We actually have a special summer mega sale going on right now where you can sign up to learn how to invest like Trump by taking out your phone, scanning that QR code, or going to theFinanceZone.org. I'll also have the links below. You can get your bonus stocks inside the program, the lowest price ever, and even payment plans available to make it even more affordable. No experience necessary. You can learn how to invest, beginner friendly, and you don't need a lot of money to get started.
Yeah, you know, we heard that ERO officer that Bill Melugin was talking to a moment ago saying that Portland police aren't responding. I don't know if this is the woman to whom you were referring just a moment ago, but another reporter was out there, and she says that she got assaulted. Listen to her story.
Last night I got assaulted, and I immediately ran to a Portland police officer, hunted down the suspect, chased her through the streets. Portland police refused to come in and make an arrest. Imagine my anger when I go online after doing all of that about an hour ago, and I see Portland police put out a bolo asking for the public's help in identifying my assault suspect.
So she says that she had the person in her sights, but the Portland police wouldn't respond. But later on, they said, "Oh, help us find this person." Is that typical of what you're seeing there?
Yeah, the police are not intervening to help the people out there. If they're reacting after the fact that it's happened. And you have the governor who was marching with these people just hours before their big rally they just recently had. And the police, they're not there. They're nowhere to be found. They're not there to protect any of the reporters or to protect anybody. And it is literally lawless in that section of Portland, Oregon.
So why aren't the police responding? Are they just basically saying this is a hands-off situation, you're on your own?
From what I understand is that the governor there and the mayor, they've pretty much sided with Antifa, saying that they have the right to be there and that there's nothing wrong that's happening. But you're seeing people get assaulted, and if you go there and they think you're the opposition, you'll have a mob of people all dressed in black come after you. And just like we saw in the video, the one guy said he wanted to smoke me, basically saying he wanted to shoot me and kill me.
Crazy.
Right. So we've got dueling narratives here. Here's what President Trump wrote on Truth Social on Wednesday. He said, quote, "The governor of Oregon must be living in a dream world. Portland is a never-ending disaster. Many people have been badly hurt and even killed. It's run like a third world country." And then here's what the Oregon governor, Tina Kotek, says. Listen to this.
"There is no insurrection. There is no threat to national security, and there is no need for military troops in our major city. Military service members should be dedicated to real emergencies. They are not needed here."
So out of those two narratives, who's right?
Yeah, President Trump's right in saying that there is lawlessness there, and she's lying. The governor is. You just see the videos that you're seeing here on the screen. She's completely lying about what's happening. And yeah, maybe there's parts of Portland that are safe, but you have a major issue going on, and you have residents that are living in those apartment buildings right next door that have been pleading for help, and the police are nowhere to be found, and these Antifa members are living there. I don't know how they're making money because they've been out there for over 100 days, and it's just simple. There needs to be some sort of police presence there, but they will not even send the police there.
Well, you've been out there for a long time doing your diligent reporting. Have you gotten any idea in terms of how these Antifa people are supporting themselves, that they're being funded, as President Trump is suggesting they are?
I have no idea, because one of these protesters even asked me, she asked if I was a protester, and I said, yeah, sure. She's like, well, we got ribs over there if you want to go eat some. So I don't know how these people are getting their food. There's apparently an apartment that's next door where they have these weird parties where they do all sort of adult activities. It's very strange what's happening. I don't know if it's a need for an investigation or if that's what you call it, but somebody needs to take a good look and start interviewing these people. A lot of citizen journalists have figured out who's in control there, and they could launch a full investigation and really get down to the root cause of what's happening just based off of what some journalists have done.
All right, well, sunshine's the best disinfectant. You're shining light on all of this.
Crazy, guys. All right, now here's President Trump giving us all an update. Let's tune in.
Actually, officially 12 months as of today. 52 all-time record highs. That means 401ks did great. I have people see me all the time, policemen that guard us really well, and got to know them a little bit. They said, "Sir, you're making me look so good. My 401ks through the roof. My wife thinks I'm the greatest genius, that I'm a financial genius, like Warren Buffett."
Yeah, so everyone who's been investing in the stock market has been seeing their investments rise under President Donald J. Trump. We actually have a special summer mega sale going on right now where you can sign up to learn how to invest like Trump by taking out your phone, scanning that QR code, or going to thefinanzone.org. I'll also have the links below. You can get your bonus stocks inside the program, the lowest price ever, and even payment plans available to make it even more affordable. No experience necessary. You can learn how to invest, beginner friendly, and you don't need a lot of money to get started. All right, let's take a look at this. This is from Benny Johnson. Go check him out. Look at this. Muslim mob tries to stab and stone Nick Shirley to death. It's crazy, guys. Let's tune in.
For the last 4 years, libtards kept running a psyop that open borders were humane, but in just 24 hours, 57 criminal Muslim invaders have died in a border rush in a place called Ceuta, Spain. Of course, we've been covering this because the government's lying about this. It is a Muslim invasion. They scream Allahu Akbar as they terrorize the city streets. 60,000 Muslim invaders rushing into sovereign Spanish territory that happens to be at the tip of Morocco, right here. Spain has a couple of these that have been the trappings of their former empire. Anyway, we have Spain to thank for the advance of Christendom in the West. Spanish explorers obviously coming to the West and spreading Christianity and also eradicating Islam from the shores of Spain. But all it takes is one afternoon of open borders to undo 1,000 years of work and a lot of Spanish crusader blood in order to have your beaches and towns look like this. The government says that this operation is under control, and it's not.
Aquí estamos en la playa, una de las playas de Ceuta, al principio de Calamucarro, y esto sigue aquí habrá cerca de 1,000 personas.
Truly, sub-Saharan Africans are just now camping under trees and on the beach, doing the classic move that goes like this: I'll just stand here until I get welfare benefits. And that's what happens in the civilized world. When you open your borders, it looks like an actual military invasion. And that's what it is. It is biological warfare by every definition. It's intended to collapse our systems, to destabilize our nations. And because of these lies, it is critically important to support other independent journalists, even if they steal my black t-shirt. Look, Nick, how dare you? Who have traveled to Spain. And Nick Shirley is one of those individuals who traveled to Spain. And he announced that he's going to assess the situation. And he's here in front of this sort of iconic statue here in Ceuta. You can see that he's actually not just in Spain, but he's in Ceuta. So you can see here's the statue. Right here. There it is. So there's a famous statue. Nick Shirley's in front of it. What did he find? Did he find that all of the Moroccans have fled peacefully back to their homeland and it was all just a big misunderstanding? Or was he nearly stabbed and killed in the street? Well, no shock, he was nearly stabbed and killed in the street. Here we go.
Then headed to the center of the town with the citizen vigilante Mancia. However, within minutes, we were chased out. So now people here to feel safe, they're walking around with their dogs because Muslims do not like dogs. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Now we got people throwing stuff at us. ¿Qué hizo? Look, he's got the rocks now. He's throwing rocks. Oh shit. They're throwing rocks. No. Look, now we're getting chased. He has a knife. He has a knife. He's got a knife. He's got a knife. Just like that, we have finished our mission here in Spain. We showed you guys the truth of what was actually going on, and we finished with a knife. We finished with a knife chase down the hill, and then got escorted back up to our car from the Spanish police. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. We're so close to 2 million subscribers. This is Nick, and I'll see you guys next video.
Holy smokes! Okay, well, Nick Shirley escapes with his life, attacked in Ceuta, while filming a report on the border assault by Moroccan invaders who throw bottles at him and threaten to stab him. How can you possibly justify this as anything other than a criminal, military, religious conquest of Islam? And by the way, and I'm really glad that Nick is alive, because he's posting right here the truth from Ceuta, Spain. 600,000 migrants from Morocco border stormed the small town and are hiding in the mountains and the city to reach mainland Europe. Moroccan migrants said Moroccan authorities let them through the border, and Spain literally opened the gates upon arrival. Many migrants thank Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, Dirty Sanchez we call him, for opening the border. Ceuta is now effectively shut down due to looting concerns. The military is losing power. Migrants outnumber them and continue to escape into the mountains. Now, thousands of military-aged men are set to spread throughout Europe due to one country's failure. Wow. Wow. Obviously, you can find this full video. It is a 30-minute video up on Nick's channel on YouTube and on X here. Just posted it. And it's got nearly 5,000 reposts and 18,000 likes. So Nick actually went there, which is amazing, and showed what we have been documenting, which is that the government is, of course, lying to you. Huge mob of Moroccans chanting Allah Akbar, running through the streets, attacking police, then getting on fast boats in order to get to Europe. And as soon as they're on mainland Europe, then they can apply for asylum, right? None of these are actual asylum seekers. They're military-aged men that are doing religious conquest. That is what this is. Other reporters have been trying to report. You're taking your lives in your own hand, lady. It's a German lady. And obviously everybody is showing what the true nature of these migrants are. It's not migration. It is an invasion. It's a literal invasion. Nick Shirley also showing this and showing exactly what is truly happening on the ground, and how the purpose of all of this is to get to mainland Europe. And that's what they're going to do unless they are stopped. We'll see. This has the potential to break up the European Union. And they're already talking about this. They're already talking about the Schengen Agreement getting ripped up. This is free travel between European countries. Here's Nick explaining what Muslim men are going to do in mainland Europe.
Morocco? Everyone's from Morocco. ¿Y por qué vinieron aquí? Why'd you guys come here? ¿Por qué vinieron?
For trabajo, for mangiare, for colci. No tengo Marruecos, no mangiare, no trabajo Marruecos.
How old are you guys? ¿Cuántos años tiene?
23.
Me llamo Hamza. ¿Cuántos años? 21.
Pregúntales si estaba organizado desde Marruecos o por redes sociales.
لا لا ما قالوا الناس في التيك توك. قول لهم المغرب وما اللي تقولون عارف المخزن.
The police in Morocco, they told them to come.
Right now we have this young kid translating for us. We just asked them if they came through because of social media and TikTok, and they just said that the Moroccan police let them in. Why'd you come here to Spain? ¿Por qué vinieron aquí a España?
Porque no tengo vivir a Marruecos.
¿Y por qué?
Porque no tengo vivir, no tengo trabajo, no tengo dinero.
The situation here is getting a little dicey right now. Everyone just comes out yelling. Nobody really knows what language. I'm speaking English, Spanish. They're speaking broken Spanish and Moroccan.
Amigo, gracias, muchas gracias.
Ahora a Londres, ¿dónde vas?
Amigo, Marruecos.
Europa.
Para Europa.
Europa. Todo
¿Qué
Europa.
parte?
Nosotros todo Europa. Hasta, te digo yo, hasta Rumanía. Rusia necesita mano obra barata, Marruecos manda. Derechos humanos, no hay Marruecos, no hay derechos humanos, ¿no? Pues vamos a buscarlo, hasta en China, derechos humanos.
So here you have a group of them that all came through from Morocco. Where are you guys going now? Paris, Londres.
Barcelona. Alemania, Bruxelles, Bélgica, Danemark. Holanda. يا من يامال, I love you.
And how old are you guys?
El mundo.
28. He's 28. 28. 21. ¿Por qué mujeres no vinieron aquí?
Mujeres a la casa, como dice en el Islam.
All these men right here, not a single woman in sight. He said.
As ever, ladies and gentlemen, go give Nick a subscribe and then go watch his channel. One of the best out there. This just published. Go watch the full video, full 30-minute video here. Pray for Nick's safety. Really glad that he's okay. And pray that people wake up, because this is going to happen to America the second Democrats get power back. It's a biological weapon being used against us. And they'll never stop until we stop them.
All right, now let's take a listen. This is President Trump speaking in Georgia. Let's tune in.
So your 401ks, they always say, oh, the stock market. Stock market's very important. But I have people coming up to me that have 401ks. They said, you know, I was a disaster. My family wouldn't talk to me. They thought I was a total loser. And now I'm like, the one guy said, I feel like Warren.
Yeah, everyone who's been investing in the stock market, you guys have known I've been investing in the stock market. I've been talking about how much I love it. And under President Trump, it's just been soaring. And if you want to learn how to invest like Trump, learn which stocks I personally buy, which stocks Trump has, you can sign up by taking out your phone, scanning that QR code, or type in thefinanzone.org. It's the lowest price end of the summer mega sale going on right now. And we even have bonus stocks inside the program just as a thank you for signing up. I'll see you guys in there. You do not need a lot of money to get started. There are payment plans now available, and it's very beginner friendly.